Good morning, folks, and again, thank you to the Toronto Lake Association for putting this together, and thank you folks for taking Saturday morning on a nice fall day to come out and listen to a bunch of politicians. For those of you that may not know me, my name's Dennis. I'm running for council in Ward 3. My wife and I, Rose, moved to this community 11 years ago when we purchased the marina in Ampa. And since then we've been involved with the community in a lot of ways. I volunteered and have served the fire department for many years in a bunch of different roles. My wife and I have been involved with the organization of the Ampa ATV runs, which have served as a fundraiser for not only Ampa, but it served as a fundraiser for the Snow Road Fire Department, and for various organizations like the Canadian Cancer Society, Ride for Dad, and their fight against prostate cancer. And I'm proud to say that we've raised a lot of money for those organizations and the kids in Clarendon Miller, who every year come out and do the ATV wash. We've also been involved with the Christmas parade. We've organized and helped organize the annual Christmas parade, which, by the way, is November 29th. I'll get that plug in. And the Christmas parade and the kids' party, that's always been a lot of fun, and we've enjoyed doing it. We've also, annually we've hosted the Palmerston Lake Bass Derby, which is a catch and release derby, and specifically intended to benefit the kids who come out and want to fish and have some fun. I decided to run because I really wanted to continue contributing to the municipality in a lot of ways, and I figured by serving as a councillor I can do that and serve you and represent you. In terms of what I think the priorities are, as a businessman, accountable and justifiable budgets I think are important. I think what we need to do is we need to be able to ask questions. We need to be able to ensure that the directors who present proposals to council are doing so in an honest, accurate, and informative fashion to council. They need to be able to make decisions on fact, okay? And these directors have to be able to justify those budgets in terms of, does it make sense, and can we afford to pay for them, okay? And that's one thing that I want to key on. Business development, as both mayoral candidates have indicated, is also a big priority. We need to find a way to increase our tax base. We have to find a way to encourage investors to come to this municipality and invest their dollars to build a business. So this community, this council, have to show these businesses that we can provide an environment that will allow them to prosper. Okay? Because they're not going to invest if they can't prosper. They're not going to come here, which means maybe improving infrastructure, improving our own attitudes. In terms of council administrative accessibility, I think all too many times on the campaign trail I've heard that administratively and from a council perspective, accessibility is not all that good. I think we have to improve that. For example, council meets at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. How many people want to take time off work to come to a council meeting? Any council I've ever been involved with has always met at night when it's more convenient for you, the public, to come and listen to what they're talking about, or present an idea relative to an issue that may bother you. Okay, so I would support an idea of meeting at night. As well, in terms of accessibility, one thing that I've experienced in the past as a municipal engineer is holding an annual meeting in each ward, a town hall meeting in each ward, much like this. And that meeting would be attended by all the council and senior staff. And they'd be there to answer your questions. So you're getting a state of the municipality address every year, so you can question their direction. You can question the types of projects they're working on. All right? And you can provide council and administration with some ideas as to where you think this township should go. All right? And those town hall meetings, in my experience, have always worked out real well when the public get to ask the questions. Okay? In terms of, again, getting back to accessibility, one thing that's always bothered me is the code of conduct and procedural bylaw.
Time.
Sorry, we'll talk more about that. That was 5 minutes already?